Nasti Ganga samam tirtham, nasti matra samo guruhu, nasti Vishnu samo devaha, nasti Ramayanat param. Nasti Ganga samam tirtham. There is no river which is as holy as the Ganges, Ganga. Nasti matra samo guruhu. There is no teacher who is greater than your mother. Nasti Vishnu samo devaha. There is no God who is greater than Lord Vishnu. Nasti Ramayanat param. There is no scripture which can tell us moral values even greater or even more than what Ramayana does. In that Sri Ramayana, in that great Itihas Ramayana, in that great epic Ramayana which we are experiencing, we are now experiencing the beautiful story, the descent of Ganges, Gangotpatti. Ganga was the elder sister to Parvati and the daughter of Himavan and Mena. On the other side, we did see how the king who came in the Ikshvaku race, called as Sagar Chakravarti, was performing the Ashwamedha Mahayajna, the sacrifice of the horse. And the sacrificial horse which was tied to the post, the Upasthambam, was abducted by Indra and he took the horse away. While the king and his sons found it missing, he sent all his 60,000 sons in search of it. The 60,000 sons searched on this earth and they started digging the earth. While they started saluting the Mother Earth and started digging the earth, further they went and found 4 major gajas, the 4 elephants that were supporting the earth. And after having saluted the elephants, they further went and saw Adisesh, the serpent god who supports Mother Earth, the sentient and the insentient, the movable and the immovable things on this earth. Well, after this, the sons, they went to a certain hermitage. This hermitage belonged to that of a sage called as Kapil Vasudev. Kapil Vasudev is also regarded as an Amsha avatar of Lord Vishnu. Kapil Vasudev was engaged in penance, and while he was engaged, in his ashram was tied this particular sacrificial horse. The 60,000 sons thought that it is this particular Rishi, it is this particular sage who has abducted the horse. So they said, "Hey Rishi, wake up, don't act and don't pretend as if you are a good person. We know that you have abducted the sacrificial horse. You are after all an evil person in the disguise of a sage. Wake up!" And while these words hit the ears of the Rishi, he was startled, he was surprised, he was sad. He got angry, and while he opened his eyes, the yoga power, the power of penance, the tapo shakti in him, transformed into fire and burnt all the 60,000 people to ashes. The uncle to all the 60,000 sons of Sagar Maharaj was none but Suparna, who was none but Garud. He was seated on the tree, the branch of the tree, and saw and he watched how these 60,000 sons of his sister Sumati were burnt to ashes. He was sad. On the other hand, Sagar Maharaj, he came to know that all the 60,000 sons of his searched for the horse on the earth, couldn't find, and thus they started digging the earth. While digging, what happened was a single person could dig so much, and just imagine how much 60,000 people could dig. Because the 60,000 people started digging the earth, there was a huge hollow and water started flowing from the upper places, upper regions to this kind of a hollow or to this kind of a place which was dug. Hence, all those places turned into the ocean, and since these places were dug by the sons of Sagar, they are called as Sagaram. Here, these 60,000 sons were burnt to ashes. Sagar Chakravarti was informed of the sad news. He was now in the state of breaking down when his other son, Asamanjas, said, "Don't worry, I will search for my brothers and I will bring them back." But futile. His efforts were futile. It was not fructified. He couldn't. His son Amshuman couldn't. While Amshuman had been to that particular scene where the ashes were, Garud said, There is no redemption, there is no way for all these 60,000 sons to come back to life unless and until the holy water of the Ganges is brought down. Anshuman tried, he couldn't, so did his son. Well, one king in this race called as Bhagirath rose, and Bhagirath started performing penance. He performed his penance towards Lord Brahma. He said, "Hey Brahma, please come before me. I am performing penance towards you." And after severe penance, Brahma appeared and said, "Hey Bhagirath, what do you want? How can I help you? I am really impressed with the austerities and the penance that you have performed towards me." That time, Bhagirath said, "Hey Brahma, I need the holy waters of river Ganga. Please bring them down." Brahma said, "It is in my kamandalam and I need to wash the feet of the Lord. But it has to come down, it has to be borne by a very strong person, and I don't see anybody but Lord Shiv. So you do your penance to Lord Shiv." So he did his penance to Lord Shiv, and Lord Shiv appeared before him and said, "Hey Bhagirath, I am impressed with your penance. You can ask Brahma to let the water flow, touching the holy feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Narayan, and I shall bear the water Ganga which has washed the feet of the Lord on my head. So do it." Bhagirath now worshipped Lord Shiv, and Shiv agreed to it, and he asked Brahma to let the water flow. The water flowed from the Kamandalu, the pot of Brahma, touched the holy feet of the Lord Vishnu, and then it again flowed on his head, that is Shiva's head. The water was locked in the matted locks of Lord Shiv. He tied it up tightly, and Lord Shiv said, "Hey Bhagirath, the holy waters of Lord Ganga was locked in the matted locks of Lord Shiv." Bhagirath was surprised. "All my ancestors have been performing penance and have been requesting the gods so that the holy waters of Ganga may flow on this earth, touch the holy ashes of my ancestors and redeem them from the sins. And now, with all these efforts that I have taken by performing penance towards Lord Brahma and Lord Shiv, hey Shiv, the water has been locked in your matted locks." And Shiv said, "It is not to test your devotion, but it is to bring down the arrogance of Ganga, which has thought that she is all powerful. Hey Bhagirath, I cannot let the entire water of Ganga flow on this earth because she is too heavy to be borne on this earth. So I shall just let a stream out of my matted locks of Ganga to flow." And he opened a little tap, like a tap that would open. He just gave a little opening and the water flowed from his head. Bhagirath went in his chariot in the front with Ganga to follow behind. She wanted to be very playful because she was playful. So, in order to destroy, out of arrogance, in order to destroy the hermitage of a certain rishi whom she thought would accept all her arrogance and pranks, she went inside the rishi's ashram, and the rishi was called Janhu. She flowed inside the ashram and wanted to destroy it and bring a calamity there. The rishi wanted to teach Ganga a lesson. So he consumed the entire river. Bhagirath, who was walking and taking his chariot in the front, suddenly turned back and found the river missing. He walked all the way and came to this ashram and asked the rishi, "Hey Janhu Rishi, did you see the great river Ganga?" He said, "Yes, it is me who has consumed all the river water," and to teach her a lesson. "Hey Rishi, I have fought all this while to redeem my ancestors from the sins. Please let her flow." And while she flowed through his ear. Hence, she came out as the daughter of Janhu Rishi, and hence she is called as Janhavi. From that time onwards, she started flowing slowly. Hence, she is also called Mandakini. Bhagirathi, Mandakini and Janhavi, while she flowed, she continued following the great sage, the great Rishi Bhagirath. Let's see what happens to her in the next episode, which will be more interesting to get and listen to the Palashruti, the fruit of listening to the story of Ganga in the next episode. Thank you.